Imagine a road over 4,000 miles long that connected the east to west, where merchants, explorers, and travelers traded goods, ideas, and cultures. This was the Silk Road, one of the most important trade routes in history. But it wasn't just a road, it was a link between different civilizations. The Silk Road was actually a group of paths that ran from China in the east to the Mediterranean in the west. It connected China, Indian, Persian, the Arabian Peninsula, and parts of Europe. For over 1,000 years, it was the main route for trade and cultural exchange. The name Silk Road comes from the famous silk that was traded along this path. But there were many other things traded too, like spices, metal, tea, and fabric. More than just goods, the Silk Road was a way for ideas, religions, and invention to travel. Religions like Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity spread along these routes, influencing many regions. Buddhist monks traveled from India to China to share their teachings, helping Buddhism grow in East Asia. At the same time, Islam spread across Central Asia and into China. The Silk Road also helped spread scientific knowledge. Inventions like paper, gunpowder, and the compass were exchanged between the East and West, changing communication, warfare, and navigation. These discoveries played a key role in shaping the modern world. Cities like Chang'an in China, Samarkand in Central Asia, and Constantinople in Byzantine Empire became important centers for trade and culture. They were places where people from all over the world met, shared goods, stories, and knowledge. However, traveling along the Silk Road was tough. Desert, mountains, and unpredictable weather made the journey difficult. Despite this challenge, the Silk Road thrived for centuries because of the hard-working traders and the high demand for exotic goods. The Silk Road was at its height under the Mongol Empire in the 13th and 14th centuries. Led by Genghis Khan and his descendants, the Mongols built a huge empire that brought together much of Eurasia. This made travel safer and trade easier than ever before. But by the 15th century, the new sea routes were discovered, and the Mongol Empire began to break apart. The rise of the Ottoman Empire changed trade patterns, and the Silk Road gradually declined. Even though the Silk Road as we know it is no longer around, but its influence is still felt today. The cultural and economic exchange that took place helped create the connected world we live in today. From the spices we use to the technology we depend on, the Silk Road played a big part in shaping human history. Today, the idea of the Silk Road continues through the connection we make across the world. Its story may be over, but its legacy lives on. The Silk Road linking the past to the present and shaping the world we live in today.